Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my June so far, what I've read, and then also what I'm currently reading, and then hopefully what's on deck. So a lot of books actually, more than I thought. So let's just get going. So the first book that I read was actually for a book club. The Page 158 bookstore down the street here, downtown Wake Forest, has a Guilty Pleasures YA for Adults book club, which was awesome. And the book this month was Furyborn, and that is by Claire Legrand. This was the first book I finished this month. I have feelings about this book. The concept was really great, but I'm not saying don't read it, I'm just saying read it with no expectations. My thoughts are I will read the second book because I have hope that the writer will get better or something. There was just some things that needed to be improved. I don't know, but I like the story. This is one of the few ones that I felt like the book itself, the story, was just missing parts, explanations. I think it moved quickly. It was just missing explanations of certain things like the magic system and all of that. But you love the characters. You actually liked them and you cared about them. So that is the first one. The second one that I did, I'm checking my notes here. I don't remember. The second one I did was this one, Scythe, Neil Shusterman. Oh my word. My favorite genre across the board, I think, is dystopian fiction. This is awesome. Read this book. I have Thunderhead on my shelf. That is I can't wait to read that book. But I'll tell you about that in just a sec. But this book is amazing. Read it. It doesn't matter if you don't like dystopian or anything like that. Just read it. This book never stops. It constantly is moving. And the concepts are great. You like the characters, and the characters you don't like, you really don't like them. There's really great social points made in this book. So yes, really, really loved it. The next book I got from my library, I'll put it up here. It is The Radium Girls by Kate Moore. Oh my word. That is my book club book for my book club that I host this month. It is nonfiction, written as a story. It is amazing. Not only was the actual story and the people involved and all of that just so awesome, but the way the book was written was, thank you, Barry. The way the book was written was just, it sets the bar. Kate Moore set the bar with The Radium Girls on how a nonfiction book should be written. I highly recommend it. Even if you don't like nonfiction, I think you'll like this because it's written like a story. It's really, really great. One of the other ones, and I have two audiobooks that I'm going to mention that I have been doing while I've been doing all of these books. I've been listening to audiobooks when I need to listen to audiobooks and what the thing is, this book, when I would put it down and I had to do things like work, I didn't want to. I just wanted to sit and read this book. So the audiobooks helped me get through that. Another book I read is Serafina and the Black Cloak. This has been out for a while. It is a trilogy. This is the first book. And it is written middle grade, and I just kind of, especially after this guy, there is a sex scene in here that is so graphic that it's inappropriate for YA. That's all I have to say. And I've been hearing, a lot of the books that I've been reading, it's just the language and everything, and so I just needed a break from it. I just needed a break. So I picked up a middle grade book, and this is a good book, and it's written for children, but I'm thinking 5th graders, 6th graders. It's scary. I think if I read this to my 5-year-old nephew, I think he'd get scared. But the book is good. It has a pretty satisfying ending. So that was cute. It was just a nice break. The two audiobooks, and I have the third one on deck, but I needed a palate cleanse. and that is, the first one was Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neville, and the second one, of course, was the second one, Waking Gods, which really should be called Waking Aliens. Oh my word. Oh my word. Just do the audiobooks, because the books I'm sure are great, but the way they're written, it's written like they're files and you're like listening to their files. And so it was really cool because I love when an audiobook does a cast of characters. So every single character has a different voice, has a different person playing them. So the women are played by women and the men are played by men, and they're different. I hate it when a book is like a guy is trying to do a girl's voice and he raises his voice. I just don't like that. This one was awesome. Read them, and then like last night I finished Waking Gods, and I was just like, oh my word, I can't believe it. And then when it ends, you're just like, bam, you gotta be kidding me. These books, like, they will make you like stressed because you want to know what's happening or something. Like, they're crazy. They're crazy. Read them or listen to them. I highly recommend them. That is Sleeping Giants and Waking Gods. And I have Only Human is the next book, and the last book, it's the Themis Files is what they're called. And I have that one, but I need a palate cleanse. Another book that I've been reading off and on, and I think I started at the end of May, but it's called Eating Animals by Jonathan Safran Foer or something. I got this at my local used bookstore. This was on my TBR, and I saw it at the bookstore. I was like, hey, I really, really like this book. I'm a vegetarian, and I have been for a while, and I've read a lot of books that kind of just make you want to be, like, their agenda is to make you vegan or something like that. He doesn't have that agenda. He's just giving facts, and then he has letters in here written by, like, people in the industry and just, people pro and con and all of that. And it's more about, like, why different societies eat different animals and why they don't. Like in Vietnam, they might eat a dog. In France, they might eat horse. Here, we eat lots of cows. In India, they would never eat a cow, So that kind of thing. And it's like, what's the motivation behind why we eat some animals and not? And then just a lot of corporate farming stuff and stuff like that. So I really like this book a lot, and it's written in sections, so I really can pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. But I really like that. So, palate cleanse is what I needed. Did I also read this month, or was that last month? Okay, so last month I read Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon, what is your name? Shannon McGuire. Was not a fan. It was an amazing concept, but I didn't like it. But I heard the second book was better, so I just picked that up at the library. This is a quick one-day read, and I feel like I can read that this weekend, just, one day or one evening, and just have a good time. So I heard this one is much better, and so I decided to give it a try. The first one is like kids who have been in these alternate dimensions, they come back, so kind of like Alice in Wonderland type thing, and then they don't know how to assimilate back into the world, so they go to the school. And in that first book, there are twins, and I think this is their story about where they go and all of that. So I'm looking forward to that. I got a couple things from the library. So anyway, I've been reading a lot of fiction, like fantasy, the nonfiction stuff I love, sci-fi. I love sci-fi, dystopian. So I feel like I just need a palate cleanse before I get started with Thunderhead, which is absolutely the next, I say that, but the next, I think, like, bigger book that I'll be reading. So the next book, or the book I'm actually starting right now, it's a contemporary YA book, and it's called 9 Days and 9 Nights, and it's Katie Katungo or something. I got this book, and actually I forgot that I had requested it at the library because it just came out, so that's why I'm reading it right now. But I loved 99 Days, which was also written by Katie Cotugno. And I did the audiobook of that and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, so this is like the second book to that. I don't know if it's necessarily a series. It's just a continuation of her story. And I've read the first little part. So far it's not gripped me, but I think, I mean, it's short. But like I said, I just kind of need a little palate cleanse from all the fantasy and sci-fi and dystopian and all of this heavy stuff. So this should be like a love story type thing that I can chill out with. And yeah, so that's what I'm reading right now. And then what I also hope to get to this month are 2 more books. So I already spoke about Thunderhead, which is the second in the Scythe series. Is that what the series is called? Yeah. I think so. Anyway, I ordered this book and received it before I even finished Scythe because I knew I had to do it. And so I can't wait to pick this one up. And I love the little tagline is, the Thunderhead cannot interfere in the affairs of the Scythedom. The Thunderhead is kind of like, I think Alexa one day will become the Thunderhead. There's no more government, there's no nothing. The Thunderhead, which is a computerized system that became AI, it runs everything. Runs the whole flippin' world. But anyway, it says, the Thunderhead cannot interfere with the affairs of the Scythedom. All it can do is observe. It does not like what it sees. I can't wait to read that. And the next one is A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallero. I got this one from the library. I have been on the fence about whether or not I wanted to read this, but everybody is just like, I've seen a lot of people lately going, this is one of my favorite books ever. And so I decided to just bite the bullet and read this. So it's a YA mystery. This is like Sherlock Holmes and John Watson. These girls are their descendants, and so it's a mystery with them. So yeah, so that's everything I have read so far in June and everything that I hope to read in June. I also have a book on order that I accidentally ordered, and that would be The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu, I believe. And everyone says it has, what's that book called? The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson vibes. And Morgan Matson is the queen of contemporary YA, and I love her so much. I have a book back there that is on deck from her that is signed. Cannot wait. That is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Click subscribe, hit the little bell. I will see you guys here next time on Nat's Beautiful Life. Have a great day, gorgeous.